Good morning. Today we will see about how can we do the image classification using a PyTorch, and how can we detect uh, the images in the from the test images basically over here. That in order to do that, we will have some kind of a data set. It's something like data set that we can say, yeah, the in order to do the image classification, we should have some kind of a, for example, taking our real brain, that how it was detecting that something like whether it is a car, it is an automobile or a truck, it has the images stored in that, that it has, our brain has been trained with that images. If it is this kind of a structure, then it is a car. Then if it is this kind of a pattern, then it will be a dog. Like that, it has been uh, loaded with the information, and it has been it's not something like all the images are stored like that. It will be something like the patterns, yeah, kind of information or a description has been stored in our mind. Similar way, that we have the data set which contains, we will take a data set for image classification. Here we have the CIFAR 10 data set, which consists of 60,000 images, which has the resolution of 32 cross 32 pixels, and which has been categorized into 10 classes. That which means that each class will have 6,000 images. For example, using the 6,000 images, it will create a pattern to confirm whether it is that particular object or not. That we will see over here. 6,000 images, for example, that if suppose we have uh, uh, if suppose we have some we have an option, something like for example, if you wanted to detect a car means it can be a sedan or it can be a hatchback, it can be like a XUV, all will be considered like a car. It's something like the classes of images that will be stored over here, all will be related to particular class of uh, uh, particular class, which will be used for classification accordingly over here. And the CIFAR 10 dataset, which is a little bit huge training data sets, which contains basically the data set will have two kind of data sets, which something like a training data and test data. It's something like training data or will be used for training our neural network, and which will be used for that all the images will be in the training will be used for training a particular classification or particular object detection, all those things, or training images. The test images or the images which can be used to validate how our used to test how our neural network has been learned and how it is behaving, whether it is detecting or not. It's something like the 10,000 test images can be a kind of randomly picked images from the 50,000 images that will be used for testing uh, our image classification system that we will see over here. And the 50,000 training images in the CIFAR 10 has been divided into 5 training batches, each with 10,000 basically over here. And the test batch has 10,000 random images from each class, so that it has 10 classes, and each class has the 1,000 test random images, which means that it has totally of 10,000 random test images are present over here. Here, then we have something like the training batch contains the remaining images in the random order. For example, the training batch, for example, 50,000 training images. In that, maybe 15,000 images can be like automobiles. It's not something like each and every not grouped in the same manner, basically. And here we have some kind of a thing that it has the data set which has the two different classes like automobiles and trucks, and there will not be any overlap, basically. That automobile will be different, even though truck is an automobile, that automobile will be has been separated with detecting the cars over here. Yeah. This is the data set here we are having, which contains 10 groups, which is something like a airplane, automobile, a bird, and a cat, and we have some kind of a deer, dog, frog, and horse, ship, and truck. These are all the different 10 classes of images are present over this data set over here. And basically the training and image classifier is something like we will load that the training and test data set is the first procedure, and we will define a neural network as we did. Yes. And we have to define a neural network, and we can make that loss. How we can detect something like what is the loss it has been present using the loss function, and we can do the training of the network using the data set, the trained data set images over here, and then we will be using that the test the network using the test data set present inside present in the data set, basically over here. Now we will see how can we load an data set and the training data set and test data set over here. That we will see over here. I'm going to define a Python file over here. New Python file, which is something like classifier demo.py over here. Yeah, this is the classifier demo py. In that, I'm going to do import torch over here, which is the one which will be used for a PyTorch, and import torch.nn as nn over here, and then we can use that in order to load the data set. Maybe we have the information of transforms that we will use over here, and I'm going to use torch vision dot transforms as transforms over here, and I'm going to import the torch vision, which contains the member functions to load the data sets over here. And we have the option something like the to load the data set, we will be having torch vision dot datasets, and the dataset format that we wanted to use, that we can give it over here. And for example, I'm having over here. Before that, I'm going to define the transform equals something like transforms dot compose, and then inside that I'm going to do transforms dot to tensor over here, and then I'm going to do something like normalizing of two-dimensional array, which is something like 0.5 is the one which has that over here. Transforms dot normalize of 0.5 comma 0.5 comma 0.5 over here, and then comma again the 0.5 comma 0.5 comma 0.5 over here. Once it is done, maybe I'm going to use the torchvision.datasets to load the training datasets over here. And for that, I'm going to define a variable train set, which means that torchvision.datasets dot something like it has a different dataset. For example, CIFAR 10 is the dataset, and we have option something like ImageNet is the one dataset, and we have the kinetics is the another dataset, and it has the different dataset that we can use according to our requirement over here. That we have here, we are taking a simple datasets of CIFAR 10 over here. That I'm going to, for example, here we have CIFAR 100, which has the 100 categories of 100 classes of image dataset, which contains over here. And like that, we have the different datasets like COCO detection. COCO is the dataset which will be used for object detection or something like person movements. All those things are the, basically it contains the huge set of related with the object, something like a fruit, apple, mobile phone. All those things are has been added like for the COCO dataset. And we have something like different other datasets, something like Flickr, and each datasets will have these are all the datasets has been already defined for specific with specific data or specific images, so that we no need to suppose our application falls into this category of detecting the objects or detecting a car, that we can choose that uh, uh, choose the data set according to our need. And if suppose we wanted to create our own data set, we can able to create. Maybe that we will see on tomorrow's session. Yeah, this is something like which is the data set which is already available over there, that we are trying to use that over here. I'm going to use CIFAR 10 is the data set over here, and which is going to be present inside the current data folder. And it has the option something like whether it is a training data set or it is a test data set. In case of a train, here we are loading like a training data set. Because of that, I'm going to set set train equals true over here. And then I'm having something like download is the option, and download whether we have to download that file. If suppose there is no data set is present, it will download from the internet over here. And then we have the option something like download, and then we have the option to give transform, that whatever be the transform we have done with the 0.5, that we are going to apply over here. And we got the train data sets over here. And once it is done, maybe we can use that data loader, which loads that into the train loader over here. Equals something like torch dot utils dot data over here, and we have the data loader, which we are going to load the train data set which we have loaded from the file, the train set over here, and with the information something like a batch underscore size equals 4, and we have the shuffle, the images should be shuffled in the shuffled manner that we are setting to true, and we have the option something like a number of workers that it has to be present. I'm going to define as 0, so that depends upon the system availability, it will use us that the workers accordingly over here. And once it got downloaded, maybe we can define the class, which are all the classes we have over here. And for example, that we wanted to load the test set, and maybe we will we can load the test set with the help of the same manner torch vision dot datasets dot cfor10 of something like dot slash data, and over here, and this is a test data set. Then because of that, I'm going to define train equal to false, so that the test images will be copied or loaded into this test set over here. And once it is done, maybe we can do download equals true, and then transform equals the transform over here. And once it is done, maybe I'm going to do the similar way, test loader equals torch dot utils dot data dot data loader. Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, any queries? Okay, fine. Yeah, I am going to load this test set over here, and with the batch size of 4, and then shuffle with the shuffle option. I'm going to do shuffle option is true, and number of workers equals 0 over here, and which contains the classes of information which we have seen. The classes or something like aeroplane, automobile, bird, cat, deer, dog, like that we are defining over here. This is the data classes that we are defining with. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Here we have that the classes information that we are loaded. Maybe if suppose we wanted to see that the images present over here, maybe randomly we can pick the images from the data set, and we can able to see over here that in order to show that we are going to use that something like a matplotlib that we are trying to use over here, and I'm going to use the matplotlib dot pyplot and the py. And once it is done, maybe we have to use, for example, I'm going to load that iteration. I'm going to fetch that the loader from over here, for example, which is something like data iter equals that I'm going to fetch one image from the train loader over here. Once it got loaded, I'm going to get the images from that loader images with the help of help. Sorry, my system is down. Maybe yeah. Uh, I'm going to do images, comma label, labels equals something like I'm going to fetch the next one from the data set is something like data iter dot next over here, which fetches the next images from here. And once we got the next image, maybe I'm going to show over here. For that, I'm going to define a function def im show over here, which is going to define show that function, show that image over here, which basically this function is going to receive the image as the argument. Once it receives the image, that we are going to do the normalization with the help of image plus 2 divided by 0.5 over here. Sorry, divided by 2 plus 0.5 over here. And once that the normalization is done, then we are trying to convert that as we seen something like we wanted to we have the numpy is the function that can be used to transfer from the tensor to the numpy array that we are going to use that image dot numpy. Basically, whatever we are getting images over here, which is an tensor, that we are trying to convert into the numpy in order to show that I'm going to convert over here np image, which is something like a numpy image. I'm going to convert img dot numpy over here. Once we got converted into the numpy array, then we can use that to show plt dot im show over here, and which contains np dot np is the numerical pi, and we are going to do that transpose over here with the with that the np array that we are going to pass np image over here. And once it is done, maybe we can use some kind of a 1 comma 2 comma 0 over here. Yeah, then we can do that plt dot show, which makes that the showing the images over here, and we got the iteration that images has been received and from the data set, and we can able to show that using im show over here, which is something like im show is the one which we are going to convert something like the grid of images that we are going to do that something like torch vision dot utils dot make make grid, and then the images something like our images is the tensor that we are going to pass it over here, and which with that we are we are providing the tensor to im show, and we are normalizing that the tensor, and we are converting into that numpy array of image, and then we are showing using the plt dot im show over here. Yes, and the from the label that we will know that what it contains, basically that whether it is a which class it has been categorized, that we can able to fetch using this over here. Yeah. with something like the labels that we have over here. The labels will be shown over here. Yes. Yeah. Now we can able to run this. Whenever we run, I'm going to run this classifier demo. This actually, since we have given the download option, it is trying to download from the internet the CFOR10 Python dataset from the internet. It is downloading over here, and once it downloaded, it will do the extraction. Once the data is first time only, it will get download. Once the data is dataset is downloaded previously, it will check if the data set is fine, then it won't do the download again over here. Now it is trying to extract in the data folder over here. Once it got extracted, yeah, maybe that we will see what it contains. Maybe I'm going to open. Yeah. New file. Yeah. Inside the new file, I'm going to use, sorry, for example, C:/user /nivi/pycharm projects/ and then pytorch over here. This is the location we have, and the data which has been created now by downloading the extracted data, and whenever we are going into it, we have that the c10.batches, and which we have something like it has the 5 batches of data, and which something that we have seen over here, that the data set which contains the 5 training batches. It's something like the training batches are present over here, data batch 1 2 3 4 5, and it has 1 test batches, that it has the test batch over here. And once this one is has been basically that this we seen something like it has the 5,000 training images, and which means something 50,000 training images with the 5 batches. It's something like each batch will have 10,000 images, and that 10,000 images has been created like a data set, and it has been present in the batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4, and batch 5 over here. And we got loaded with the batch, whenever we are giving train equal to true, the 5 data sets will be loaded, 5 batches will be get loaded over here, and whenever we give train equal to false, the training batch will be get loaded. Test batch will be get loaded. If suppose we give train equal to true, training batch something like data batch 1 2 3 4 5 will get loaded. If suppose we are giving the train equal to false, then the test data sets and test batch will be get loaded over here, and we got the loaded with the train loader, and from that we are picking picking on image, and we are trying to show over here. This is the data which is present inside that inside the images, something like it has the first one has the ship, and second one has the frog, and third one has the frog, and fourth one has the bird over here. That we can able to load that image by randomly picking up the images from the training data set over here, that we will see. Yeah, it's something like the category of labels which we have got is something like ship frog, and we have the bird over here. Yes. This is something like we just loaded the training data set and test data set into our classifier, and we just loaded that images into it. We loaded the images into the train loader and the test loader. Now we will define a network that will be used for training with that network will be get trained with the test data set, the training data sets which has been loaded over here. That we will see over here. How can we define a network over here? For that, I'm going to define another file which is an new Python file, and I'm going to do something like maybe I'm going to define something like img net.py, which is an image network, which I'm going to define over here. Inside that, I'm going to do import torch, and then I'm going to do import torch.nn over here, and I'm going to do import the same way whatever we have done for here defining a network, that we are going to do over here. Image import torch.nn.functional as f over here. The whatever be the network that we are going to define is something like a very simplified network which does the which is something like the similar way we did for 2 convolutions and 3 linear operations as we did earlier. The same way we are going to do for over here. For that, I'm going to define class net. Inside that, I'm going to define nn.module, which is an superclass for this. Sorry, which I need to define torch.nn as nn, and then maybe I'm going to define nn.module over here, which is a base class. And once it is done, I'm going to define the constructor of this class over here. For the net, I'm going to define a constructor, and inside the constructor, I'm going to call the base class functions over here. Super of net, comma self dot init of self over here. And once it is done, maybe we can create the convolutions and 2 convolutions and 3 linear transformation over here, that I'm going to do something like self dot convolution 1 equals something like I'm going to do nn dot convolution 2-dimensional convolution with the we have the option 3, 6, 5 over here. And the same way that we are going to do that the maximum 2-dimension pool that we are going to create with the help of self dot pool over here, and nn dot max pool d over here with the option something like it has to be with the 2 cross 2, right? And then we have something like self dot convolution 2 that we are going to define with the help of convolution 2d, and we have that option to give the same thing like 6, 16, 5 over here. And then we have the option, whatever be the option we have given 16, 5 and 5, which is going to be an input over here, which we am going to define self dot fc1, which is something like a linear conversion, which is something I'm going to define linear, which is something like the input features, or something like 16.5 star 5 over here, and output will be 120 over here. And once it is done, maybe I'm going to define the next linear convolution that we are going to define with the input features of 120 and output features are 84, and I am going to convert something like FC2, FC3 again, that with the linear transformation of 84 input features and output feature is 10 over here, which something like 10 is the we have defined with the 10. Because of that, we have 10 classes present in our data set over here. And once it is done, maybe we can do the forward function of executing that with the input. I'm going to do forward of self comma x over here. X will be the input to the forward function, and that we are going to use something like x equals self dot a pool over here, and inside that we are going to do the activation function of a ReLU based activation function, which is something like f dot ReLU of input. I'm going to do something like a self dot convolution 1 of x over here. The same way, x equals self dot a pool of f dot ReLU based the activation function with the help of convolution 2 over here of x that we are going to pass. And once we got the output of x, again we are going to pass with the pass this to the uh, to the linear transformation that we are going to pass. Before that, I'm going to do x dot view of -1 comma 16 comma 16 into 5 into 5. It's something like we are converting that the outputs to the feature of 16 cross 5 cross 5, and then we are going to feed that into the linear convolution, which it can be capable to receive 16 into 5 into 5. Like that, we are going to convert over here. And once it is done, maybe we are going to use something like x equal to f dot ReLU based 1 and self dot fc1 of x over here, and x equal to f dot ReLU of self dot fc2 of x over here. And the last one, that it does not need to be activation. It basically provides the output of output accordingly. For that I'm going to do self dot fc3 of x over here. And once it is done, maybe we are going to return the x, which is an output of that function. Yeah. That it provides output of this network over here in the return x. Then we can use this into this classifier demo with the help of, I'm going to do something like from which I'm having that IMG net is the one which has been present over here, IMG net, and inside the IMG net I'm going to import the network class into the classifier over here. Now we have loaded with the data set and we have defined the network. Now it's time we can do the training of the network over here. And before that, maybe we can do that. We can create some kind of a optimizer, then loss function that we can able to create with the help of Crossy entropy loss and stochastic gradient dataset based optimizer that we can able to do that. For example, for that we are going to do import torch dot optim as optim over here, and I'm going to do which is something like a criterion. Maybe we have the criterion nn dot. We have the option something like nn dot cross entropy loss over here, and inside that I'm going to pass the optimizer over here. Optimizer equals optim dot sgd, which is a stochastic over here, and before that I'm going to define the net in object for the network, which I'm going to define over here, and I'm going to define the optimizer with the net dot parameters, and with the net dot parameters I'm going to give the learning rate of LR equals 0.001 over here, and momentum, which I'm going to define something like 0.9 is the value over here, which we are completely doing the optimization level over here. And once it is done, maybe we can do the training. How can we do the training? That we will see. Train the network, that we will see over here. That it's something like it. We have to load the data continuously with the from the train loader, and it has to show. It has to calculate the loss. It has to create the output, and we have to continuously do the optimization accordingly in order to train the network. For example, I'm going to do over here for maybe we are going to train this network for 2 times. For that, I'm going to do epoch in range of 2, which means that 0, 1. This training loop will run for 2 times basically over here, and I'm going to define the running loss is 0.0 with the initial value. And once it is done, maybe I'm going to enumerate the complete data which is present over here. For that, I'm going to use for I comma data in enumerate of train loader comma that we are having the 0 over here. The train loader, from the train loader, that all the images will be loaded over here, and the loaded images will be used by the network to get trained by itself over here. Get trained by itself means it creates the pattern accordingly to predict or detect that with the new inputs of image. That in the data we will be having some kind of basically whenever we have seen whatever be the value it returns with the train the loader, that will be an image and then label. For example, that we got the loader over here, train loader. We are enumerating the first one, which contains data. The data means it has the tuple of images and labels over here. That we are going to do with the help of maybe images, comma labels. Over here, I am going to define which is an data over here, which has been fetched from the train loader over here. And once it is done, maybe we are going to do the optimizer dot zero gradient over here. Once the zero gradient is done, we are going to pass that whatever be the images that we got over here. I'm going to define net of images over here. Images is the tensor which represent that particular image over here. Yeah. Which has been loaded from the image which has been loaded from the data the training data batches that we are going to load it over here. And once it is done, maybe we are going to calculate that the loss with respect to that loss equals what is the output we are getting and what is the label it should be. That the output will be something like it should be a label of information that it has to provide, whether it is belongs to which class, and the net output will also will provide the which class it belongs to. That we are trying to correlate the this label is the target which we need to receive, and output is the one which has been received using that our neural network. In order to do that, the loss calculation, the output is the one we received using the network, and label is the one which is an expected one that we are going to calculate the loss using output and labels over here, and which is something like which he have defined with the crit over here, crit of something like we have something like a output comma labels over here, which provides a loss of that loss. Basically, what is the output we got using the neural network? Labels is the one based on the train loader that we received, that we are comparing with the for the loss of the neural network happen. And once it is done, maybe I'm going to do the backward so that the gradient will be calculated accordingly over here. And once it is done, we are going to do that optimizer over here, and optimizer dot step over here, and we are moving up with the optimizer, and we are for example that we are going to calculate the complete running loss over here. That in that I'm going to use running loss, which is we have defined 0, and I'm going to add with that whatever be the loss we are occurring, loss dot item, that it provides the running loss that we are going to do, and the I will be continuously incremented 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, and we are going to check if I mod 2000 equals 199, it means that every 2000 images has been done, we are going to show that the loss information over here, and we are going to reinitialize that loss to 0 for every 2000 of images over here. And once it is done, I'm going to reinitialize that running loss to 0 again over here. And if once after this done, maybe we can use that the path to save that whatever be the value we have created, that we can whatever be the model we have created using the network, that we can able to save into the file that we are going to use over here. And once after the training, we are going to save the model over here. Path equals maybe it's something like /shifar -net .pth over here, and which we are going to save in the torch.save over here. And the path that we are going to do, the data is net.state dictionary, and we are going to save into the path over here. This is a model that we are going to we have created using the images, and this model we have been created over here. And now maybe we will run and we will get the loss information from over here. Whenever we do running this classifier, here we have loaded and we have calculated the images, we have calculated the loss, and we are trying to compare that loss with the output and the expected label, and with that we are continuously calculating the loss, and we are showing that the training how it has been progressing, that we will see over here. Yeah. Yeah, this we have picked up one image from the data, training data, with something like a dog and a car and a bird, and we have an aeroplane over here. This is going to load that all the images for the training that we will see over here. Yeah, it does that first 2000 of images, and it has been calculated with the loss of 2.23. There is the difference, gradient difference is 2.23 over here. The next 2000 images has been trained in the network over here, and we got the loss has been reduced, which is 1.895. Since the first time the network is started training with the images, there will be a lot of losses or errors we may occur. Once it got loaded with the another lots of images, then the losses will going to get reduced over here. Yes. And 1.6 after loading the 6000 images, and we got reduced with 1.59 after 8000 images has been loaded for training over here. Now it is 1.5 after loading with the 10,000 images. We have given something like to do training for 2 iterations. The first iteration is going on currently. Yeah, the 12,000 images has been loaded with the output loss of 1.471 is the output loss with respect to the gradient over here, and it started with the next iteration over here. Yeah, the it has been reduced to till the second iteration. The first 2000 images has been loaded, which has been 1.3 is the loss. It has been occurred over here. Like that, if suppose we are using that the training, for example, in the second iteration we got the loss, and the we got that the network has been trained in a very good manner comparing to the first iteration. And if suppose we wanted to achieve more accuracy, then we need to do the training of using the data set of the network. That network should be trained in a manner, network should be trained in a manner with the data set for multiple times, will increase the will reduce the loss and increases the accuracy accordingly over here. Yeah. But the thing is that whenever we do the learning multiple times with the data set, that will take maybe a much higher time. Maybe since it is a one-time process, once the data sets are loaded and it has been created with the model, then we can directly start using that model over on the next iterations over here. Yeah. Yeah, we did that, the complete training for 2 iterations over here, and we got up to that loss of 1.299 over here. Now we will see we have got the model has been got trained over here. Now we can the network has been trained. Maybe now we can test that network by loading the sorry, by loading that test images to the network, and we will get the output accordingly that we will see over here. And I'm going to do something like this. And uh, for example, I have created the C4 net path that we have over here. And for example, that I'm having the file inside the PyTorch. We have the model has been created with the C4 net.pth. A file has been created, and I'm going to test that with this model over here. That maybe we can see the. I'm going to create a new file with the test classifier over here. Test classifier.py, which I'm going to create over here. And once it is done, I'm going to do the same way, import torch, and then maybe we can use some kind of same outputs over here. Import torch dot nn as nn over here, and import torch vision over here. Once we have that, maybe I'm going to load the test vision over here. For example, I'm going to load that the test data sets over here with using this, and which is a transforms of this one over here, and which we are going to include the transforms, something like import torch dot transforms, sorry, torch vision dot transforms as transforms over here. Yeah. Now we got loaded with the test data sets. Test images got loaded over here. That we can use it over here. That inside that I'm going to define our model has been created with the path, which is something like C4 net PTH is the model that we have created using the network training. And once it is done, I'm going to do the maybe maybe we can choose the image that we are going to pass in for the network over here. How it detects that we are going to check over here. That for that I'm going to define the classes. The classes are here, that maybe we can use the same classes. I'm having the classes of categories over here, and we have loaded with the test loader over here, and we can choose an image from the test loader, which is something like that we are going to do with the help of the iteratively get that loader over here, and which means that I'm going to do data loader equals iter of test loader over here. And once it is loaded, maybe I'm going to do images, comma, labels over here, and data loader dot next over here, which gets that the next, sorry, maybe we can do data, maybe the name, data iteration. We are trying to get the image from the test loader over here, that we got the output, the next the single image, the randomly picked images from the test data set that we have got over here. And once it is done, maybe we can I'm going to check over here what is the here it is to show something like what is the image we have been taken over here. For that, I'm going to define the image function that I'm going to use. Yeah. That we have over here, and once it is we have the image, and whatever be the data we have loaded, maybe I'm going to copy this to top, which is a function which I'm going to copy to the top so that there will not be any confusions. And once we have loaded with the images, I'm going to show that with the images over here with the help of ImShow and the torch vision util.make grid and images, that is going to visible over here, which means that whatever be the image that we are going to feed to the network for the detection, that we are checking, we are showing on the display over here. And once it is done, maybe it is a ground truth. It's something like the current label, what it contains. The image contains what are the labels present in the image that we are going to test, feed into the network for predictions. That for that, once it is done, maybe I'm going to define net equals network over here. Instead of network, I'm going to do something like from something like img net import net over here. And once we imported from the img net, we got the object for the neural network, and we will be loading that the model which we have created over here, net dot load state detection and torch dot load maybe a path, that we have given a path over here. The cipher.net is a path that we are going to load over here. Yeah, this loads that the model which we have created is get loaded into it, and inside once we got loaded with the model, then maybe we can do that output equals net of images, that is which is an input. We are feeding the image taken from the test data set and providing to the neural network, and we are generating the output over here. And once it is done, maybe we will be getting that the predicted outputs over here, which is something like, which it may contain equals torch dot maximum number of something like outputs comma 1 over here, which is the one that we are going to detect. And once it got loaded, maybe once we have detected, and we are going to check the predicted value with the loaded value over here. Yeah. Now we will see how it behaves, whatever be the model which we have created over here. That, and I'm going to run this test classifier now. Basically it loaded that test data set. In that we have been given with the image which contains a frog, we have a airplane, and we have the ship, and we have the dog, which is an test image which we have loaded from the test data set, and we are passing that image to the network in order to predict how it predicts over here. That, yeah. Now we got the output after the prediction, which something like it says a frog has been detected like a dog, and plane has been detected like a plane, and ship has been detected like a ship, and dog has been detected like a dog over here. This is something like we are feeding the images, and we are taking from data, taking the images from the test data set, and providing as an input to the classifier, and the classifier returns the output, and the output is something like it has matches the, we have the test data set contain test image data set contains an image that has the real frog, plane, ship, and dog, but the it has been detected like a dog, plane, ship, dog. There is some error which has been expected in the during the predictions over here. Yeah, it's something like it has been successful with the 75% of probability over here, that in the 4 out of 3 it has been detected properly over here. And if suppose we have loaded with the simple one test image over here. If suppose we wanted to uh, uh, get the complete network performance, then we can load that all the images from the data set, and we can test that our network accordingly. For that, I'm going to do uh, I'm going to define another file, which is something like a test network over here, test network.py, which is a file which I'm going to do. And since it is going to be almost same, I'm going to copy this over here. Yeah. In order to do the network performance, that we need to do the data of each and every images that we need to do over here. For example, I'm going to do the same way, whatever the predictions which we did, the same way we need to do for complete images of a data set over here. And for that, I'm not loading. I'm going to load. I'm not loading the images, and yeah, we have that option something like correct equals 0, and total images is 0 over here. I just initialized, and with something like I'm going to do a torch dot no gradient. With torch dot no gradient, I am going to do fetch the data for data in something like a test loader. Which means that it will fetch that all the data or all the images present in the test loader. Once the test loader, the data is basically images and labels. is the one is the data which I am going to set with the images of labels, and once it is done I am going to do output equals net of basically the net of images over here, and we will check for whether predicted outputs dot data, and then test over here that I'm going to do underscore comma predicted, which is something like a torch dot max of something like outputs dot maybe outputs dot data comma 1 over here, which provides a predicted. And if suppose I'm going to do total equals label label of labels dot size, I'm going to define size of 0 over here, which I'm going to add it for the total, and whichever be the correct, for example, correct equals, I'm going to check the predicted one with the labels over here. Predicted equals the labels and then dot sum of dot item over here. It's something like that we will get. We are feeding the all the images from the tested data set, and how many of them got correctly detected, how many of them which was not correctly detected, that we are going to find over here. And we are going to print we have something like we have the tested data set of 10,000 images. From the 10,000 images, how many images has been detected properly, that we are going to see over here with the correct divided by total. The percentage has been detected properly, that we are going to see over here. Now we will see it's something like earlier we just loaded one image from the data set and tested data set, and we confirmed it's something like hello. Here we are going to load that all the tested data images, and we are going to check our network performance, something like how many numbers of images has been detected properly and how many numbers are not detected properly, that we are going to check our network performance over here. Yeah, I'm going to run this with the test network, which loads the test data images, dataset images over here, and yeah, the test dataset images has been loaded into the test loader, and it tries to check each and every images that compared with the there is test accuracy of the network on the 10,000 test images is 0. Okay, I was done the mistake over here. Correct plus I have to give. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it has been loaded and it has been confirmed, something like 55% of in the 10,000 test images, 55 percentage of images has been detected properly, and the rest of them got failed or not detected properly over here. And if suppose we wanted to improve that data set or network training, maybe we can do the some more iterations. Instead of 2 iterations, maybe we can do that 10 iterations and create the model, and that can be used for something like that can be used for training, that can be used for detecting the images that we can use, that can be done over here. And if suppose apart from that, we have the option to detect something like the classes based one. For example, which classes has been uh, uh, for example, that which are all the classes has detected and not performed well, that we wanted to check. Maybe we can do that, some kind of the classes which got not detected, that we can able to do accordingly over here. That this provides some kind of a creating a image classification using a data set, and training the network using the data sets, and the validating the network using the test data set images, and the accuracy, that how much accuracy that we can able to achieve using the network whichever we have defined. If suppose we wanted to do more, then we have to fine tune our network architecture, and something like maybe we can do the multiple iterations of training and create the model accordingly over here. Yeah. This provides a complete overview about how can we do the image classification, and how can we do the prediction with the test data set images by with the trained images or trained models over here. Uh, yeah. Uh, with this, we are winding up the session today. Please feel free to ask if you have any queries over here.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, last you were saying that only 50% of the image only retrieved properly. Am I right, sir?
Not
50%. So how to improve this one, sir, to get 80 or 90 something? Even
yes.
Very low background pictures.
Actually, whenever we have seen something like whenever we do the training,
Yes,
that
sir.
the loss has been started reducing. First, we got around 2.3 is the loss, and after that, it started reducing, and then the next iteration it was started reducing. Here we are doing the training with the 2 iteration. For example, range of 2, which is something like 0 and 1. If suppose we do that the iteration for maybe 5 times, the accuracy will increase.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So any specific algorithm is there, sir, to cut the unwanted things? That is exactly we take the image and find the that is which this is belongs to dog or something, any other category. So
Actually, yes, that we are using the images, and we have defined a network over here. That the network is involved the convolution, two pixel based convolutions, and a linear transformation provides the output of it. Yes.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
That
thank you.
this is a simple network that we are using for. If suppose, for example, that if suppose we wanted to do for a bigger size of images, then we have to fine tune the network to do that accordingly. Maybe the tomorrow we will be doing something like, now we have used the data test data set images. Tomorrow we will do that real time captured image, and compare with the object detection and how it behaves, that we will see on tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, tomorrow, is it possible to take at least half an hour for speech, sir? Audio. Yesterday.
Maybe the last final day, the Saturday that we maybe off day that we can plan on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, sir. So today we can
Okay,
end
ma'am.
the meeting, sir. Tomorrow we will meet, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.